Hello, everyone. Let's see. Let me get this started. Oh, come on now. I just had the thing up. It was running. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, this commission is of Janice from the Muppet Show fame. More specifically, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Wait, is it Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, or is it something? Oh, okay. Hold on. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Good, I got it off on one shot. So this is just someone who wanted just a drawing of Janice. Specifically just playing her guitar. I had sort of an embarrassment of references that I was going for. I didn't know you could do this, but you can draw in pure ref. And that really helps with breaking down a figure, how high exactly they should be. In this case, Janice is about 1, 2, 3, 4.5 heads high. Yeah, 4.5 heads, 4 3/4 heads high, which is pretty common for sort of, you break into 3/4 when you get into like the taller, skinnier characters. Here she's almost 5. So good rule of thumb, I did a little bit extra, and you can like fudge the numbers here and there. I think her head's actually big. No? Yeah, her head is actually bigger than on that action figure. Again, just an embarrassment of references, which is a pitfall you can fall into. Like working from a bunch of different things. And this is my head pen. This is just a circle. You draw a circle, circles into lines, and then you can sort of gauge where different things should be in different places. For example, the 2 islands I'm working from are the chest and the sort of thighs and buttocks. And then from there, I place where I want the head to go, and then work from there. I still need to see. Hey, Kevlar. I still need to actually watch the rest of this, the show. Disney XD, they just pump out so much stuff, and it's all like one season, just to like, you know. There's some things that are there to like puff up their catalog, like with all streaming shows. And then there's some like really good stuff. I've seen like clips and bits of the new Muppet. They have no idea what to do with the Muppets. Like other than make a new movie. I have not seen the show. I've seen bits of the show. I should give you a side-eye review of the show. Hello. Hello, Fish Center. Noon? Yeah, it's noon here too. Weird question. Was the Venture Brothers influence on your low opinion? No, not at all. I had a low opinion of Reed Richards way beforehand. It specifically, first of all, it's just like, whatever. He stretches. Cool. And then he's a brainiac. Fine. He's just always been like that. A child of the 80s, you gravitate sort of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, sort of like youthful. And he's always been a 1950s, 60s pipe in his mouth old guy. Like, fine, whatever. And then compound that with the canon depiction of him in the Marvel Universe just being the biggest goob sometimes. For example, saying that Galactus needs to exist because he's like, I don't know, some sort of universal constant that came from the rebirth of the old universe or something. It was like the trial of Galactus, where he then goes and like, he has this weird force projection. I forget what happens. I have the issue. It's bullshit. I don't know if I don't like it when they say, well, this is a linchpin character. When pretty much, I just finished actually watching Carl Sagan, and he was like, oh, well, causality. He was discussing causality, and he was like, if you went back in time and you made sure that like science kept going at a certain pace, you would have an Albert Einstein, but it wouldn't be the Albert Einstein. Which seems like it negates my argument, but like, fine, you'd have a Galactus, but you don't have to have this Galactus around, and you can also kind of get rid of him while you have the chance. Also, he went insane in the Marvel zombie universe and infected his family. He thought the virus was like some sort of magnificent, like it with the dead bodies. He thought the virus was making the human body super efficient, so he went nuts and went insane there. And that's how like the zombie universe and the Marvel Ultimate Universe came together. And also during Civil War, he talks about how his uncle like ruined his career by not like naming names during the McCarthy trials. It was like, oh wow, you took the wrong lesson from that. The Dr. Ventures version, Professor Impossible or whatever he calls himself, is the most honest interpretation of Reed Richards. I don't know how people are excited about Reed Richards in the Marvel Rivals. It's like, why wouldn't you just whatever. Civil War is a shitty comic that ruined my enthusiasm for comic books, or at least the tentpole studios at the time. And even then, I was just kind of getting interested into them. I will say the one thing that I still like from it was the Superman and Batman comics. It was the run where they go and visit the Marvel Universe, or their non-union Mexican equivalent of the Marvel Universe. I'm not excited about any Fantastic Four movie. I like the Fantastic Four. You know what? I will tell you, the Fantastic Four movie in I forget who the actor's name was, but he did manage to sort of capture the sort of naive optimism that got Reed in a lot of trouble most of the time. He never had that. Reed in the comic books comes off as incredibly pompous, and he didn't really depict that in the movie. And then, of course, when you have the Illuminati, which is the shittiest superhero team ever, and then you get them all bodied by Scarlet Witch. It's really not like a big, you're kind of rooting for Scarlet Witch at that point, while he's browbeating the other Doctor Strange and whatnot. Of course, Sue is overpowered. Sue has always been overpowered. Her invisibility comes from unstoppable force fields. That's why she got reimagined as Malice. Malice is a dumbass thing, but it's like, okay, yeah, that's what would happen if you broke Susan. Human Torch is the Human Torch. Fine, cool. He has so many different interpretations. He raps sometimes, which is its own little annoyance. Anyway, this turned out really great. I should bring back the head thing. And also, I like this weird little crisscross I did with the foot. It really did help sort of bring the bend. This turned out very nice. I was very happy with the way this commission turned out. Of course he is. Let's see. Okay. While we're doing this, I've got several things to do on the side. I'm gonna try and record some stuff for cheap damage. But before that, I need to disappear into the kitchen because I need to get the ribs ready for tonight. We're gonna have ribs. Mom's been very nice. She's cooked me some. She cooked us some good meals. She made green chili last night, and we've been eating off of it for the past 2 days. Yeah, I'll have that salad for lunch. But I need salmon. Where the hell is the? Okay, first of all, I need barbecue sauce. Sweet Baby Ray's. I need to find a place for the crock pot. I'm going to do the thing that I always did over at Grandma's, where I put it in a crock pot for most of the day, and then I'll stick it on the cooker for a little bit. Not cooker, the barbecue. Ah, gorgeous. These ribs aren't connected, but they should be good to go. These are actually pork shoulder ribs. Wait, pork shoulder country style rib. Okay, yeah. Here, let me get my phone so I can see what you guys are saying. Forgot to do that. Hey, worms! Sweetie, I don't see a sandwich. I don't see a sandwich with that beer. Or is it beer? Okay, I guess it is a beer with the sandwich. Sandwich with the beer. Managed to transfer VH copies of Pokemon. Cool! Awesome. Fantastic Four is probably better than Marvel. Yeah, I don't know. I just like... I don't know. Plus, people put Doom on such a high pedestal. Which the only reason to like Doom is that he hates Richard. That's about it. The Thing is awesome. The Thing is great. As much of it as it was a mistake to just let Hanna-Barbera make their own interpretation of The Thing, where he's basically kind of like Scooby-Man. Not Scooby-Man. Oh, that's a thing. Scooby-Doo in a... It's basically like, I don't know. Like he's Spider-Man in like a Scooby-Doo gang. And he has the power rings. Power rings, do your thing. It's so weird and out of place. But, yeah, you can't beat The Thing. Let's see. Let me open you guys up. View my channel. Open up the Artcasts. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Yeah, I know he has more than just hating, but like, He's got so much more, and people always like overdo his importance. Again, I don't like it when it's like, like, oh, Galactus needs to exist, Darkseid needs to exist, Doctor Doom is like the best thing ever. Okay, now I'm gonna need some Reynolds wrap, and I'm gonna have to figure out where the hell her crockpot is. Is that it? Is that her only crockpot? Oh boy. And it's all underneath all this crap. Okay. And there's our toaster. No, that's not a toaster. That's a space station. No, it's a grinder. It's one of those little grinding things. And then we have a NutriBullet. 2 sizes. Never seen her use it. I'm gonna clean it. Okay, that's it. We're gonna have to not. I may put off that cheap damage recording. I may have to go through and just clean this out. Two mixers. Okay, well, this is one crock pot. I wonder if she has one that she keeps in the back room. The Minuteman ending in Fallout 4. Did it? Okay, that's cool. But I got a question. Did it take that long to actually finish it, or is it just something you got to? Like, is it an especially hard ending? Also, I found an easy way to... just got to it. I found an easy way to put things into perspective. You just put the... you put where you want your centerpiece to be. You put where your lines, your Y and X axis, and then you place everything on that. I mean, I knew that. I knew it because I've studied it in art about 1,000,000 times, but like, you never processed the actual way of doing it. It's one of those things where, like, you hear it explained so many times, but like sometimes people and teachers just like do it without, like, I just never internalized it. It's one of those things. But anyway, that helped with the position of the guitar and later the amp that she'll be sitting on. Okay, so she has no proper crock pot. Okay, that needs to be looked at. Yeah, I'll just cook it over here. This isn't too bad, actually. It's a very nice, very clean. Until she doesn't use it. Okay, and we've got low, keep warm, off, high, all that good stuff. I'm going to put it on low just to get it up there. Okay, now I need some paprika, some cumin, here's some ground cumin. A little, no, this is spicy. You don't want spice. I put garlic salt on that. A little chili powder ought to do it. Ginger, no. We don't want it to... Cayenne pepper, yes. Okay, I'm still getting used to cooking in her kitchen. I put garlic salt on it, so it already has it. Onion powder would be nice. Seasoned meat tenderizer. Okay, a little bit of this. Just to tenderize it. Brown sugar. Where does she keep her brown sugar? Oh, look, in this dingy bucket. No, it's not that bad. It's just old Tupperware. I should put this all in a bowl. I also learned something from a video I saw the other day where it says when you salt your meat, you're supposed to let it bring out the moisture and then have the moisture reabsorb back into it. So you know how you take out meat sometimes out of the refrigerator and you're just like, okay, I'll salt it, I'll pepper it, and then I'll put it on the heat. That apparently really not great for the meat. Because what you want it to do is the salt seeps back into the meat. So, which is why things like marinades are a thing. Ooh, this is all fat. Okay, I don't know if I should trim these or not. I'll trim some, and then... Yeah, this is just like fat. Okay, here we go. I always remembered these ribs being especially kind of fatty. I don't... Yeah, when I make the ribs for Grandma, they were always leaner than this. So I'll leave a little bit on for flavor. Do these have a bone in them? Some of them do. Okay, it was only the back, like the first two ribs, had fat on them. This is fine. Oh, spoke too soon. A little fat on the other side. I want to seal these ribs up so that way they hold in their juices. Come on. Come on. There we go. Screw it. I'll leave these last two on. Or last three. No, damn, that's a lot. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave the last three on to see what hell happens to them when you just seal them up and... Let's see. Salt this side. Okay, we need cumin. I'm making a quick rub. quick down and dirty rub with some lots of paprika. I don't think my family likes cumin a lot. Grandma always was like, what is that? And I said, it's cumin. It's what makes meat sort of meatish. When you go out to a restaurant or like eat Mexican food, definitely Mexican food, you can definitely taste it there. A little bit of cayenne pepper. And just a spriggin of chili powder. Maybe a little bit more brown sugar. Mix it up. I'm going to separate these in 2 bundles. And then low for most of the day should give us a nice meal by the time 5 o'clock runs around. She, like Grandma, likes to eat early. Oh, should have had this on by this morning, but just didn't do it. Yeah, that'll work out fine. Let's put it on high to jump up the heat, and then about 20 minutes I'll lower it down. Get the heat going, and then back down away from it. Need a little bit more. Oh, no, here's another roll. Okay, no more Reynolds wrap. Dude, this is pitiful. This one's mostly bone. Oh well. Turn the lights off so we don't need them. You need a little bit more Reynolds wrap for this one. Just on the other side. Well, maybe I need to seal this up good. Can't skip on this. And when they're nice and soft and tender, take them off, throw them on the barbecue for about 10 minutes on high just to sear them. Seal in those juices and also add the barbecue sauce. And of course, on some barbecue sauce on the side for dipping at the eater's discretion. There we go. That is going to be good. Good stuff. Thank you for letting me get that done. That way she can come home and not have to worry about it. Wipe that off. Put that there. I don't know what vegetable we're gonna have. Maybe a potato and I don't know, corn or whatever. Oh shoot! I've got this Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo sauce. I'll have that tonight. She can't eat that stuff. Honey barbecue, much better. Okay, there we go. I also have a little bit of sriracha. This sriracha tastes really weird. It's way too garlicky. But then again, it was on discount. They're getting rid of it. I should find a place for these like food processors underneath the cabinet. They don't belong in the food pantry. Okay. What are we all talking about? Hey, Longbone. Or Lobo. Did you know that Janice appears once in the original Muppet Babies episode? Yeah! I think that's one of the references I found. Definitely her design as a baby. Rooster sauce. Never heard that. Like, you don't like bacon because pork inherently tastes like bacon. Like, it's because bacon has gone through the taste like... Ah. People like about meat isn't the taste of meat. No, you could have like the most again, you know, you're not eating a steak, you're eating like you're eating the preparation that goes into it, all the salts and seasonings and everything. You could just like make a steak and it can taste just kind of like really dull. Grandma was like, when I started cooking for her, she was like, "Why do you have all these seasonings?" And then she liked what I was making her, and she's all like, "Wait, is this all?" Yeah, and I said, "Yeah, it's all because of all the seasonings and everything. It's like, you know how to make it taste." My family never used rosemary, but I use it all the time because, as I tell them, it helps give everything sort of that an earthy kind of taste. Especially with fish and chicken and poultry. Depends. And you know what? You could just have like celery sticks with, like, one of my favorite things is like celery sticks with hot wing sauce. I had that, and it's just like, okay, well, this is fine. And then I even had I ate some of when I first moved in. Little Britches. That's my niece. Mom bought her some chicken nuggets, and they were in there, and they were going to go freezer burnt. So I just popped them in the microwave one night, and I just smothered them in hot wing sauce, and they tasted great. Again, it's the sauce. It's salt. Why do you think, like, they went all the way for those damn spices. Okay, here's the trick I was talking about that I finally sort of internalized. Maybe I haven't internalized as much as I should have, but this really helped. Like, make your focal point and then put in your object based on that focal point. You hear your art instructor say things like, every object has its own focal point or has its own position on the horizon. And you're like, well, wait, where's the horizon? And it's like, well, you got to make it. So there you go. Okay, now. Hold your horses. Come on. Okay, great. That works beautiful. Does that shake? Do I need to put that on a tripod? That should be... Oh, damn it. No, it's okay. It's not rock solid, but it'll do fine. It's true. Oh, speaking of food, I'm making lunch right now. It's microwave Indian food. Cool. Like Indian food that you're re-microwaving, or like cuisine that you're just now doing? Cuisine designed for the microwave, I should say. Crap. I need a... Oh, there we go. Okay, setting this thing up for filming was a pain in the ass in its own right. I did this while Prickly was doing this drawing yesterday, or the other day. Is there a way I can twist this around? No, I guess not. That's what I'm doing. Comes in a pouch. Oh, to maintain freshness. Cool. Very cool. Oh, no. This is not going to work at all. There we go. There. Okay, I'm going to replace this with this. Goes in there. Because I got to turn all the lights on. Little overhead lights. just to make sure that the... Oh. Oops. There. I could do it that way. Why did the light go low? Okay, they're both draining the one. Okay. That's not great. They each have to have their own dedicated. I put some USB lights on a splitter into a thing, and they need their own dedicated. Yeah, that's better. Okay, you. Let's see. Here we go. And we take this. Put it in the back. Like, setup is like a huge pain in the butt for like filming things. Just saw quite a bit of this animated Garfield movie. It's interesting to see Garfield's dad. You could sort of feel like when someone has to approach a property like that and think, okay, well, what's been done? Well, one of the very first Garfield specials was about his mom. Okay, let's talk about his dad. Also, I give what's his face, Star-Lord, credit for a little bit of the Mario. Fine, he sounds kind of like a Brooklyn guy. Garfield was not a good choice for him. He needed to be something else. They needed to get someone who sounded a little bit like Lorenzo Music. Okay. We are getting a lot of flash from those lights. A lot of glare. I need to figure out how to soften them. And frankly, that sucks because they're already soft lights. I wonder what happens if I put these on there. I got these little round... They're supposed to soften your lights. They're basically like shower caps. I should have just bought shower caps. Might have been cheaper. Now, what does that do? Does that do anything? Oh! Yeah, noticeably better. Let's see if that works on this one. Okay. They were about $7 for two. I may have to order some more. Oh my gosh, I never even thought about H. John Benjamin. That would have been awesome. Yeah, he's like the perfect Garfield, isn't he? Okay, that is wonderfully. That did a lot to take the glare off. Not all of it, but like a good amount. It's a diffuser, Okay. and instead of buying a third camcorder, I'm just using my phone. An open camera. I was looking at like super cheap cameras on eBay and Amazon, and yeah, everyone says no. Oh, Pav Bahaj. Pavahaj. It's a thick, spicy vegetable curry. Excellent. Very good. Is that a pat of butter in the middle of it? God, I can't get that out of my head right now. You guys nailed it with our werewolf nailed it with Benjamin. Okay, good. And I've got about 7 gigs left. Okay. 7 gigs on this phone, the SD card. Okay, I'm opening up and we're going to look at the Goosebumps board game. I mean, I've already looked it up and I've already written the thing, my ideas on the game. But right now I've got to just take it apart and show everything to the camera and set up the board. And then maybe come up with some unique scenarios. Okay, so that's recording. That's recording. That's got the pegs, so I don't need that. Come on. And that's recording. Okay. So 3 cameras are recording. Okay, take 1. Unboxing the Goosebumps game. 1, 2, 3. I just learned how to put up what they call a multi-roll in DaVinci Resolve. They've also got them in Lightworks, but I think DaVinci Resolve. I've been using it more and more. And I'll get scans of the manual. That'll help. I've got to figure out how to streamline this, the whole process. Okay. This game's pretty cool. It's got like it's one of those games with different scenarios. Like you fight against either the mask or the camera, or you got 5 different monsters, and then you can also mix and match which ones you go up against. Oh look, I can't tell who these. Oh no, this is the monster family. I was like, are these the different players? No, this is you've got. Let's see. I'm looking through. I hate to do this, but I got to take the game apart. Here we go. I know it's quiet, but I'm just kind of thinking about how to present these things. I'm playing for 3 different cameras. But I've got 3 different cameras, which means I'll have 3 different sets of footage. Which means that'll help me definitely speed through the you got player actions, reference cards, and then you got the help guide, which is all your action cards. Or cards that work with any different scenario, like move all players. Like move all players up to 2 locations, move any player to the haunted house. Wait, is the haunt? Oh, I get why now they have the haunted house. Let me see. Hold on. The board. I'll explain this when I... The tree house, Blue's house, the haunted mansion. Wait, they call it the haunted mansion. Where's the haunted house? Oh, did they screw up? They may have screwed up. Or did I read that wrong? No, they were right. I just read that wrong. It's the haunted mansion. Okay, I get it. The treat card. Okay, so there are certain cards that really screw over other players. Like, there are certain places on the map that have no exit. Like the tree house or the treat card. And I was like, why the hell do these things exist? Why would any player want to actually move there? And I guess now I know. You can either... It's supposed to be a cooperative game, but you can, like, seriously just screw over other players. And we're going to take a look at all the figures. Oh, the figures also glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. I've got the cursed camera from Say Cheese and Die. And it's depicted almost as like a Dark Souls boss with like the skeletons and skulls. Like it's a pile of skeletons with one skeleton on top reaching up with the camera in his hands. Very good depiction of sort of the cursed camera. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. Weird. Some of these are weird choices. I guess the Cuckoo Clock of Doom was okay. It definitely had some of the best twist in all the Goosebumps. And of course, you have the existential nightmare of like reverse aging. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom teleports all over the board. Usually, these monsters they move up to like 1 or 2 spaces, but the Cuckoo Clock moves based on what card you pull. And of course, you have the Haunted Mask, a classic. Come on, focus. Here's Carly Beth trying to rip it off. You lose some of the detail. They're pretty detailed, but I'm losing it on the camera. What? Oh no, did it die? Did my overhead die? My overhead camera died. Well, pisser. I don't even know how to reconnoiter that. And then you've got the monster librarian. Their depiction of the monster librarian's like really gruesome. He's got like he's got like torn jeans and a pot belly, and his mouth is his head is like grown to like bulbous proportions with like gross eye stalks and a huge tongue sticking out of him. It's like really cool. It's almost like he's yelling. The figure's yelling. Like, ugh. And then, of course, the players are all just... Oh, and Go Eat Worms, which is like... I wrote that up. I said, why is Go Eat Worms even included? Is anyone ever, like... I don't know. It just seems like worms aren't a big deal. To me, at least. As far as like horror icons go. And what the worms do is they spawn all over the map. And if they form a triangle on the map, then they take over that piece. You put a marker in the middle of the triangle. And if you do that, then and if they get like 5 of those, then they win. Which, you know, if only there was some sort of monster, a Goosebumps creature, that was known for growing and taking over certain parts of the map. You know, that just kept growing and growing and growing. Okay, I think that's about it for this. Oh. Okay, that's 10 minutes of recording. That's pretty good. Which is actually 20 minutes of recording, which is actually should be 30 minutes of recording if this one didn't die. I thought we were all nope, you're half dead. Okay. Well, that's going to have to wait. I'm glad I had this one set up. Then I'll just get footage of me setting up the board. Or punching out the cards. I'll punch out the cards. And then when I get individual scenario examples in the script, I'll have to just plot them out in the... This will take maybe a day or two of work. Each monster has its own little gimmick. And it's weird. It's almost like they're programmed by a computer. Like the monster librarian will, you have to find the monster family on the board. But there's also tokens for monster, bug markers. Bug markers. And if you happen to like reveal one of the bug markers instead of one of the monster families, then the monster librarian will head straight towards you and will try and get you. So that's their idea. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom will teleport around the board, and if you don't get it to it in time, you will revert back to a child and die. The worms, you need to assemble the giant paper mache bird that like scared the giant monster worm away at the end of the thing, and then you just need to, I don't know, tear off the mask off of Carly Beth with, I don't know. It was love in the book, but in this one you just kind of smack her around with like candy. Oh, that's okay. No. I need to make a note. I need to put in the power of love. I saved you with the power of love. You stabbed me. That's from Solar Opposites. The good Hellboy shit. I love the trope of wait, when did I say I hated Say Cheese and Die? I didn't. I said I hated the Go Eat Worms. Let's see now. Okay, so I need to charge this battery on this phone. Not phone, the camera. So that's going to take a while. Darn it. Okay, but I can use these two. So I don't waste any time. Oh, God, I need another charging port. Okay, this'll do fine. Carly Beth, unfortunately, is my favorite Goosebumps creature, or the Haunted Mask. But unfortunately, her figure is the one that loses the most detail. It just kind of looks like a kid. You got the ponytail, but the mask, the detail on the mask is like lost unless you get super close. All the other ones are like super, like they have really strong silhouettes. Like the cuckoo clock is basically the bird sitting on a clock tower thing. The camera is the best. Again, a Dark Souls boss. And the monster librarian definitely communicates what he is. He's got like a baseball cap. It's weird. He has a baseball cap and a tie, but you can't see what he's doing. Also, I need to... I should set these outside, the little figurines, so I can get a shot of them glowing in the dark. I will do that right now. Well, sorry to ruin your sorry to ruin your thing, birds. Okay. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear me now. I'm back. I left them out in the sun. That way they'll glow really strong. I'll take a shot of them. Okay, so how I'm gonna move this back here, restructure my shot. It's too much. Okay. Okay, yeah, I could do this. It looks like an okay shot. And my fingernails okay? I could clean them a little bit. It looks like it's still a lot of stupid cardboard tokens for... I hate the proliferation. Okay. Boy, I was a Game Grumps moment. I was an era moment. Proliferation of tokens and cards in board games feels cheap in tier C. It overcomplicates. I don't know. Yeah. First of all, I think they knew exactly who their audience was going to be. Like, their audience isn't... Like, it says it's made for ages 8 and up. But you know what their audience is. Like, I don't know who's, like, still into Goosebumps. Hopefully some kids are rediscovering it and enjoying it. But, like, there's a new Goosebumps series on Disney right now, and it looks dark and dreary. And I think it's starring Schwimmer? Like, Best Friends Schwimmer? Not Best Friends. Friends? Looks like him. But it looks like, the kind of like, it's a little darker and serious now. How is that Goosebumps? So I think they knew that their audience was going to be like maybe 30-year-olds who like all the like tokens and everything like that. Like, if this were... And they have made them. They've made sort of simpler board games. There was one released around the movie, or movies. I saw a kid yesterday. I saw one talking about Care Bears, which is weird because there hasn't really been anything about Care Bears. But definitely I've heard people talk about Pokemon. I've heard little kids talk about Pokemon, so Pokemon's still popular with them. Goosebumps is, again, one of those things I'm not sure. But then again, like, I haven't heard them talk about Harry Potter either, so... I don't know if books are a thing anymore. I mean, I know they are, but... Yeah, I definitely think that they know that the audience for this is going to be like maybe people in their 20s or 30s who will not only like be well suited for these more complicated, scenario systems, but actually like relish them. And kids, kids will get into it too. I could definitely, kids got to play D&D sometime. Here, I'm cleaning up my nails just a little bit. I think Grandma's got a nail file out there. Oh, did she bring it in? I guess she might have brought it in and put it somewhere. Okay. I was looking for something to actually clean underneath the nails. I guess it's okay. It's a Goosebumps book. Speaking of Goosebumps, well, technically, across an episode of The Haunting Hour featuring Tom Kenny. Oh, okay. That's cool. I wonder if this was before or after SpongeBob. Probably the same union as Mr. Show. I don't think I can. I'm not going to take away that from you. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, werewolf. Yes, Tim Jacobs' artwork is amazing still. Like, it's still like one of the reasons that like you get into Goosebumps, I think. Okay, this isn't working. I had a file. Well, this will have to do. Of course he sells prints. That's amazing. You'd be dumb not to do that. Did he do any of the the recent stuff? I seem to think he may have done stuff for Slappy World or whatever. No, Horland. There's no Slappy World. Like Return to Horland, Always Go to Horland. There was a series of books a while that were just centered around Horland. And you have the Scream of the Haunted Mask, the Return of Slappy, Dr. Caramel's Weirdatorium or whatever. Is this charging or what? No, it's not. Is this... That's not charging. Oh, piss. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I'll just use the two cameras for now. No, I need to get this going so it's done. Yeah. There. Okay. Okay. Open this up. Okay. Take 2. This is segment 2, undoing all the tokens. Okay, we'll start with Go Eat Worms. We will take a quick look at the back. I'll have to do this. I'll have to reference this particular this video for when I make references to the games and their rules. Okay, so yeah, Go Eat Worms. It says take a scare score of. It takes a scare score of 2 to squish a worm on the board. This is apparently the hardest because there's just so many creatures running around on the board. And then there's 6 tokens for Carly Beth. I'm tired of being such a crybaby. And you need to put her mark. And then there's 4 monster mask tokens. I forget what that is. I think if she scares you 4 times, then you lose against her. And then there's a clock. And then there's these worm tokens. I forget. Okay, I know what these are. I think if you run out of the actual monster marker tokens, then you use these spare ones. Here's the monster family and the bug markers. Yeah, and they've got question marks on the back because you're supposed to put these on the board and you don't know which one's which. You mix them up, and then you have to search on the board to see which one's which. If it's a monster family, you get closer to defeating the librarian. If it's a bug, then the monster librarian lunges at you. And you've got like a 50-50 shot of choosing like either one. Okay. I hate to take these like plastic things off, I mean the cardboard things off their little sets. Then you got the spooky diner. These don't really add anything other than they're meant to be like window dressing for the board. They're supposed to like elevate the board, which is like fair enough. Ooh, this haunted forest looks cool. Now you see, that's what I like to see. For the haunted forest, they have 3 trees, and one is glowing red, one's glowing green, and one's glowing blue. Again, that sort of like neon aspect of Goosebumps. The diner is like shrouded in like almost like oh, it's yellow? This is the yellow corner? Well, it's weird. It's shrouded in like purple and red. Very much I don't know, what you call it, Stranger Things. And there's just the haunted mansion and the dead house, the titular dead house, I think, or is that just a neighborhood? The haunted mansion and the dead house seem really redundant. Well, the house looks like it's the size of a mansion. It's even got gargoyles sitting outside of it, and the mansion just looks like a little bit bigger. Oh, it does have a cemetery in front of it. Okay. So that's pretty cool. And the only thing I could think that's going to complicate things... Okay, here's the flashes for the monster. I think, again, like the Curly Beth one, I think, or the Haunted Mask, I think if you get hit 4 times by the camera, I think you lose the match against that. The only thing that's really complicated is the bird. They've got like you make your own bird thing, which is like very scholastic, really, when you think about it. Like you get those books with like that teach you how to like make slime and snot out of like glue and cornstarch and or like weird little kits. I used to get those all the time. Oh, I remember. I got Horigami, or Scary Origami, which was taught you how to like make paper tombstones and paper bats and all that stuff. That was great. I made a great little haunted house that year. Okay, so this is the birds. This is the wings. And as you collect it, you put it together. I'm going to sit here and put this together right now. There's the one... Oh. Okay. Take a wing, pop it into the center. Now this wouldn't last a second with like little kids. Little kids would tear this thing apart immediately. Okay. Even I'm having a little bit of difficulty. I think you're supposed to like score or open up these edges first. But anyway, and then there's the tail. And the tail fits snugly in between everything right here. It fits snugly. It fits. It fits. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's weird. There, it's fine. It doesn't fit all the way. They don't... Oh, do I have the... No, I don't have it backwards. Okay, fine, it fits. It doesn't fit all the way, but it does what it does. It gets the idea across. You've made the big papier-mâché bird that'll scare away the worms. Yeah, let me do this. Horse perspective. Scaring away the worms. I have a thing in DaVinci that lets me pick out keywords. Like it does the whole transcript thing and keeps it in the video editor. And then I can go and like look it up. So when I say giant paper mache bird scares away the worms, I can look that up and see that what's connected to the footage. So I don't have to lose it or lose my mind looking for the exact moment I want. Okay, these are the houses. They're just meant to elevate the board. In fact, they have little standees right here. There you go. And they just sit on the corners. I think. Is that how? Yeah, I guess so. I don't like that little peg there, but then the peg in the back is super big. So I guess that's the way it's kind of it's redundant and I think frankly unnecessary. It's there just to kind of be like, there used to be that thing like back in the 90s, like definitely with the Power Rangers. You know, the Power Rangers, and you had the Skeleton Warriors board game, where a big aspect that sold the game was some sort of verticality. I think the gold mark of that is Mousetrap, where part of the game is building the huge elaborate mousetrap and then having it, and then setting it, the Rube Goldberg machine, setting it off. Other games try to replicate that with like unnecessary details. I just also got, what was it? Gargoyles. I just bought the Gargoyles board game. And it was like, it's got like verticality. You got like you've got, buildings and stuff. And you're supposed to like build all the things up. And again, unnecessary, but fun if you like that sort of thing. Oh no, how do I put those back in? Oh well, I'll figure that out later. Okay, and then I've got, oh shit, I got 2 more things to do. Okay. Oh no. Monster. Oh, that's cool. You see Carly Beth on here. Now, they didn't get Tim to reprise his artwork, but they do a pretty good job trying to blend the two. Like the new stuff blending in with the old stuff. This is definitely like a worthy facsimile of Tim's prowess as an artist. This is the easiest one. It takes a scare score of 3 to remove a piece of the haunted mask. You basically collect cards that give you the scream power or scream score, and then you trade them in to like do stuff. And of course, the cover is the cover of the book, The Haunted Mask. Now, I say this in my write-up, that they could totally do expansion packs to this, which would be super interesting. I would love to see what they would come up with. Like the Masked Mutant would be fantastic. I would love to go like play a Masked Mutant scenario. Or you know what? If you're a fan, you can make your own. I can make my own Masked Mutant scenario. Let's see. Goosebumps, Say Cheese and Die. You got to collect 4 photographs. Where are the photograph tokens are here. Collect 4 photographs, rip them up. Oh, okay. This one's a little bit, this is easy, but you have to find the photographs and then rip them up, and then, but if it snaps the players 4 times, then you lose. And these are the worm tokens, the worm triangles. Oh, if worm gets only 4 triangles on the board, then you lose. No, 3. That sucks. Oh, and this is nice. The photographs are photographs on one side, but then you flip it over and the token and the photograph is ripped up. So that's cool. I like that. Again, this is totally marketed towards like people reminiscing about Goosebumps. Or you know what? They sold the Goosebumps. They sold a very easy, simple version of the Goosebumps board game, and then had to go and figure out a way to like, or wanted to do something different. Cuckoo Clock of Doom. It's got the little. Oh, here's what the clock is for. You put it in the center of the thing, and then a card will tell you what time it is, or move it forward, move it back a certain time. It starts at 12, and then if it moves backwards, and then if it hits 12 again, then Michael is dead. Michael has these little, unborn, actually. His unexistence. I guess that's why this is considered one of the scariest Goosebumps, because it gave kids an idea about what unexistence is. Like, if you become unborn, do you not even go to heaven? Are you not even a ghost at that point? And there's different tokens. Him as a baby, him in a cradle, him as a toddler, him as a young tyke, and then him as what is apparently supposed to be the age of the kid in the book, which he looks like really, really young. Either he's super short or he's supposed to be 12. Yeah, he's got a skateboard in his hand at his second oldest. So I don't know what you consider that. I would consider skateboarding to be the sport of anywhere between 9 and 12 years old. Or no. Even I knew skateboarders well into their 30s. Anyway. And then the last little marker is the monster family. Oh yeah, that's right. The monster family gets closer and closer with each encounter. I didn't know this, but apparently there was 3 different monster families in the librarian book. There we go. Yeah, so you're not really worried about the librarian. You're worried about the third set of monsters that are coming. Okay, that's all the punch outs. So that's a pretty good set of footage right there. Everything's a little messy, but whatever. Okay, I really want the third camera to be around when I set up the board. So I'm going to just call that a session. What are we talking about? The Bailey School Kids. Oh, you know what? I had those. I had those in first grade. The kids that just the kids that have wild reactions to the LGBT community. The Bailey School Kids. I want to see what the meme is. I want to see what the exact wording is at. Okay, someone on Tumblr once said, the Bailey School Kids books are just about a bunch of kids gawking at homosexuals, and I can't stop thinking about that as I scroll through their covers. Okay, Knights Don't Teach Piano, and the kids are all like, and the piano like guy, he's smiling. Dracula doesn't drink lemonade. It's pink lemonade, of all things. What is this? Einstein. Leprechauns don't play basketball. Oh man, that kid in the corner. Ghouls don't scoop ice cream. Did any of the kids actually see monsters don't ride motorcycles? But the motorcycle is just... Okay, I actually got to look this up. Or any of the... Is that the whole gimmick of the book where you actually don't know? Or any of the teachers... I wouldn't call an ice cream custodian a teacher. Do any of the teachers in Baileyville School turn out to be monsters? The most prominent teachers suspected of being a monster is Mrs. Jeepers. Mrs. Jeepers. It is never explicitly... Okay. You know, the basic plot argument is, you've ever read them. Each story they encounter a relatively innocuous character who may or may not be a mythical creature. The reader's guess left with the innocuous creature is said. Is this universally true? A story? Let's see. Maybe yes, no, or maybe. Okay, so yeah, you don't... It's the whole thing is just like a... The werewolf guy was definitely a werewolf? Okay. Huh, okay. So you guys do know about that. About the Bailey kids. I've only seen the covers and then maybe read half of one. And I assume the motorcycle sea monster is a siren. Okay. Sorry, got lost in the stupidity of whatever Dum Dum and other Dum Dum are doing. Apparently things aren't going too great. They're saying that Musk is like he's like dangling checks for $5,000, which I think the thing that like made Trump popular is that he gave money out during the pandemic, which I guess they're thinking, oh well, we'll just pay him off again for no reason. It's the savings from dismantling everything. Bullshitters. Thing is, I have dumbass relatives who believe that. Hey, guess what? Is there any overlap between the family members that are now causing trouble with grandma's inheritance and who also voted for Trump? The answer won't shock you at all. Okay, I need some light on this side. Because now, okay, just wait. Let me figure out what to do. I want to get rid of these things. I mean, I want to keep them, but I gotta get rid of them. Or I should just throw them away. The little the cardboard that they came in. Yeah, I'm gonna throw these away. I hate to do that. I don't know. There's just something weird about throwing them away. If I resell the game, then I'll have to. These cooking? Yeah, sorta. Let me put those on high. There we go. I got little baggies that I can put all the game pieces in. Let's see. There's 4 different books. Okay. Like, you can make an expansion pack of the Goosebumps board. It's called Goosebumps the game, not Goosebumps the board game. You can make an expansion pack just full of... Oh no, this one's bent or water damaged? Okay, this is a printing error because I did not have water in on any of this. Oh, well, I gotta mark that down a few points on quality. Okay, there's the sage cream, sage cheese and dye. And I'll need the flashes and the Polaroids. How many Polaroids do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Oh, who was asking me if I saw found furry footage? I did drop in on one video. I think it was our one stream. It was pretty fun. It was just mainly like watching old videos. Oh, this is interesting. Like Ziggy, you had Ziggy Sharko and something with like Guinevere and the Jewel Riders or whatever. But it was cool. The VTuber was a good hostess. Okay, this is interesting. The monster family tokens aren't round. They're like slightly oblong. Oval. Hey, not Honey Lemon. Let's see. Okay, the kid looks like he has dreadlocks. I guess that's supposed to be spikes, but he definitely looks like he has dreadlocks. Every and the mom, her eyeballs, her eye is going in a different direction. I wonder if that's to indicate that she's she's kind of a monster, or I don't know, just got a lazy eye. People have lazy eyes. I shouldn't say that, but the kid definitely has like dreadlocks. Is that all the monster family tokens? Nope. I'm putting these in plastic bags until I want to go through and do each one. Now you're supposed to play, I guess, 2 monsters at the same time, but you can totally play one at a time if you want. And then you mix and match two of them at a time to raise the level of difficulty. And then you can mix. I guess there's one other thing where if you want to, you can like add 3. Like it's in the back of the rule. I think they said if you want 3 in the back of the rule book. No. Wait. Board game. Maybe it wasn't balanced for 3. Are you up for a bigger challenge? Okay, no. They have it at the bottom of page 3 of the manual. Are you up to an even bigger challenge? Try running 3 monsters at the same time. Take your chosen deck, 3 chosen deck, shuffle each deck, but only choose one. Only choose one to split in half. But choose one to split in half. But choose one to split. How do you do that? During step 7, separate shuffle the monster cards for each monster you choose. Then split each deck roughly in half. And then place on each separate corner. Okay. But only choose one to split in half. Right. Okay, so then you have a pile of... Then you have the 4 piles. Right, you have the 4 piles to select from. But, okay. I guess playing 4 monsters at the same time is just like suicide. But that would be a super hard challenge run. Hello, Lucas. No, we were talking about the Goosebumps board game. We were talking about the Goosebumps board game because I'm collecting footage while I do an art stream. Let's see. And there's the Cuckoo Clock of Doom stuff and the worm tokens. Where's another? There's one other worm triangle. Oh, it's right here. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Like what game would you like to like? Let's see. What would a scenario involving the masked mutant involve? Finding the tower? Finding his secret tower, maybe? Or collecting comics? Collecting comics to no, what the finding the tower was never the oh, pardon me. Finding the tower wasn't the problem. Finding the tower was the start of the problem. It wasn't the solution. The solution was, well, in the show, it was helping Adam West get free. Because I guess he was done filming Zombie Nightmare and was just hanging around. How did they... What did he... Why was the mutant obsessed with the kid? Because when he went into the tower, it made him into a comic book? In the book, the ending is he cuts open his own hand, or accidentally cuts his hand, and you see like comic book pixels instead of like sinew and blood, which was a weird concept. He does it by accident. He's like making a sandwich or something. It was the much more kid-friendly version of that was he turns into a superhero himself, Elastikid. So how would I don't damn, I'm trying to think how would you do that? I mean, the Mass Mutant's a pretty cool, like iconic idea. Like a kid who's obsessed with a villain. Yeah, the Mass Mutant got a PC game. Okay. With Jim Belushi is of course he would. Of course he would. Well, what was the objective of that game? I'm trying to figure out how would you put that in a board game. And of course, Horrorland, I don't think you could do. Horrorland because Horrorland is a setting. So, what other books could you, I mean, I would have gone instead of Worms, I would have gone with Monster Blood. That's all I can tell you. What other books could you adapt? Hmm. Oh, cool. Invader Zim narrated. The Blob that ate everything. Ah, no, that was like a book. That yeah, I guess you could. I was never a huge fan of that one. It's like, oh, the you. It's like that Rick and Morty bit. It generates best-selling murder novels, but then makes the murders happen in real life. I don't think I Live in Your Basement could also be one. Uh, Don't Sleep in the Guest Room is another one I don't think you could do because it's about different realities. Unless you're trying to get back to your original by going to sleep on different parts of the board. No, you have to run around. And sometimes locate. Okay, you know what? I think I figured out. I think I cracked the code about what makes these okay for a board game. Is because they all can take place in suburbia. The Haunted Mask takes place in a just a town. The Cuckoo Clock takes place in just a town. The Say Cheese and Die takes place in a town. The library, the Girl Who Cried Monster takes place in town. Go Eat Worms takes place in a town. If you want to do something like really like I'm remembering like The Headless Ghost, and I'm remembering Ghost Beach. Those take place in a very specific location. You can't do Horrorland, you can't do the beach, it's gotta be suburbia. Calling All Creeps, you could totally do on this board game. Calling All Creeps is one you could do. Let me look through the list. You can't do Deep Trouble. You can't do Deep Trouble. You could do Don't Go Into the Basement. Sorta. I mean, that was sort of like you're trapped in one house. But you can kind of have like plant monsters like running around. The Jack-o'-lantern Kids, you could totally do that one. Yeah. Okay, Goosebumps books. You can't do like camp Go and Die or whatever. Or Camp Jelly Jam. What if someone made like really lazy Goosebumps books? I have one. I have those what are they called? Pig lumps? Let's see. Where is it? Where's my pig lumps? You was supposed to be a gay. Yeah, here we go. No, Goof lumps. Goof lumps. And this one was Goof lumps. Book number 2.5. Stay Out of the Bathroom. Pretty decent illustration. This spoof is just a goof. Warning, this is not a Goosebumps books. So they had to like definitely tell you. But what if someone just like did really lazy versions of that instead of like the weird stuff like that, like Camp Go and Die? It's just like just Camp Go, like really blatant lazy. Let's see. Calling all creeps would work. Where's the list? Okay, Goosebumps. Give me a list. No, this is the TV series. List of episodes. No. Children's horror novels. Okay, Goosebumps, the original series. Okay, fine. They're all like called Goosebumps, Goosebumps, and Goosebumps, but they're... Oh, for the British horror comedy film, see The Headless Ghost. Okay, apparently there's a British horror comedy film. Okay, Welcome to Dead House you could probably do. With, like, I don't know, everyone in town being, like, mutants. Monster Blood you could definitely do. Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. No, you can't do that. Let's Get Invisible. Maybe. Night of the Living Dummy, yeah, you could do. It's set in a town. I don't know what you'd have to do. Find pieces of the paper that like puts Slappy, back to being asleep. Slappy, actually, no, it would have to be Night of the Living Dummy 2. I was always wondering why they started with Night of the Living Dummy 2 on the Goosebumps TV series, because Slappy wasn't even a thing at the time. The Girl Who Cried Monster, yeah. Welcome to Camp Nightmare, no. The Ghost Next Door, maybe. Be Careful What You Wish For, yeah, okay. Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. Sure. I don't know. That wasn't my favorite. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. You know what? You've got, like... I could go with Werewolf Skin. I like Werewolf Skin more than I like the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp may be iconic, but it is like boilerplate werewolf story. Except it takes place in Florida, which, like, is already like a human nightmare. Humid. I didn't say human. I said humid. You Can't Scare Me is about two pranksters who try to prank a little girl, I guess. That would be interesting. One Day in Horrorland, no. It has to take place in Horrorland. Monster Blood 2, I've already talked about Monster Blood. Deep Trouble, no. You need water. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. Maybe. I mean, it's a farm, but you could say this like takes place in a little community. Go Eat Worms, that's already done. Ghost Beach, no. Return of the Mummy, no. Phantom of the Auditorium, no. It needs to be an auditorium. My Hairiest Adventure. Maybe. Suntan lotion. That's like, there's nothing to do there. A Night in Terror Tower, no. That's a time travel story. They already did the Kukulaka Doom. Monster Blood 3 was book number 29? Wow, he already revisited Monster Blood 3 times by the time it was book 29. Huh. For some reason, I thought it went further than that. Okay, anyway, Attack of the Mutants. Yeah, I already said that. That's the one. That's my vote. The Barking Ghost. Two ghost dogs. Maybe the ghost dogs. Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes, of course. That could be a great one. Okay, so we're at like, if you had to do an expansion pack, I would say you at least have to have 5. So Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes is one. I want Monster Blood, but like they took the gimmick with the worm things. So okay, we got to do Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes, the Jack-o'-lanterns, Beast of the East, no. Camp Ghost Camp, no. How to Kill a Monster. Again, that takes place in a swamp. I'm gonna go against that. Vampire Breath basically takes place in a catacombs underneath the house during an air hockey game. China Cabinet Secret Room at dentures. Maybe. Actually, no. The catacombs was an invention of the movie. I think. Not the movie, the TV series. They could do Vampire Breath. Vampire Grandpa runs around the house. Calling All Creeps, and How I Learned to Fly, Don't Sleep, The Blob That Ate Everyone, Curse to Cramp, My Best Friend is Invisible, Deep Trouble 2, The Haunted School, Werewolf Skin. I like Werewolf Skin. And then Monster Blood capped off the original series. Okay, you could do like an expansion pack with 4. How I Learned to Fly, that would be good too. That one was, I guess, more or less, they said that was the book that didn't really have any like oogie boogie supernatural elements. It was like the natural repercussions of a kid learning how to fly and becoming a celebrity for it. So yeah, Attack of the Lawn Gnomes would definitely be one of them. I don't even know how you beat how did he beat them in the Attack of the Lawn Gnomes? Attack of the Lawn. I read that book, but I can't remember. I think it was something to do with the dog or the whistle. Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. The llama, they could be. The kids hear barking and realize Buster has followed them. The dog peeks his head in, but as quickly trots away, seemingly disinterested. Joe grabs his whistle to get him back. As the gnomes grab it off him, after brief and intense struggle, Joe gets it back and blows. Okay, so it is a whistle. To make Buster come back. He then discovers that the gnomes freeze up in terror and conclude that the gnomes were scared off of the sound of the dog whistle, not Buster. The next morning, the theft of his gnomes, the replacement is a large plaster gorilla. Joey decides anything's better than the gnomes and tells them they love it. Joe tells them to look. Joe looks up at the gorilla and tells him to be a good gorilla and not be like the gnomes. And the gorilla winks. Okay, so I guess the gorilla is better. A Shocker on Shock Street? No, I don't think so. That's also like an amusement park. Oh, I was just looking that up. Legend of the Lost Legend. I forget what that was about. Was that a some sort of? That's the one with the Viking, right? How I Got My Shrunken Head. Beware the Snowman. Maybe. Maybe. Wait, what? Shocker Street? A female werewolf? Okay, let me just... It looks like they changed it to a wolf boy in the comic books. Like there's a comic book. Wolf Boy is a humanoid werewolf-like creature, animatronic created by Mr. Wright. Trivia. I wonder if the trivia this says in the books. The original book he is described as a werewolf, being much more wolf-like as opposed to the Whoretown. Both he and Wolf Girl were excluded. Okay, so Wolf Boy and Wolf Girl. Wait, what's this? A shocker on Whore Street. Whoretown. Why is there a... Is this official? There's some sort of like Five Nights at Freddy's thing going on here. Goosebumps Whoretown. What's Goosebumps Whoretown? Goosebumps Whoretown was a mobile game, 2016, in Australia, and then later on in 2018 in the United States and Outbound Kingdom. Okay. Okay, so it's like one of those like tap out The Simpson things where you could like build different stuff. I think. Yeah, chase mummies. Chase humans out of your town. Oh, they turned the librarian into a woman. I think. She's got like the bug eyes. And then there's the dad from, you know. And Curly Beth is as tall as the mutant librarians. So that's not Curly Beth. Or wait, is that like the mutant teacher or something? And then there's just a clown in the background. I don't remember a clown being part of Goosebumps. I don't remember there ever being a clown in Goosebumps. Which is like the one thing that like he never like did. There we go. In the graphic novels, here's a werewolf girl. But she's got like a loose fitting dress. And she's pretty much just like in shadow. Okay, so I put werewolf girl, werewolves, Goosebumps wiki. Let's see. I want to see an artist depiction of this like skin tight werewolf. Shocker Street. Goosebumps books featuring werewolves. Shocker Street, Wolf Girl. Here we go. Here's the entry. Yeah, and Five Nights at Freddy's, there must have been a different like depiction of her, because the two canon things as described: a loose-fitting dress and shadows, and a kind of like almost Five Nights at Freddy's dress here. Wolf-like features, brown snout, blah 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 blah. A tight-fitting silver catsuit. Okay, yeah, I guess that was the depiction in the original book. Yeah, they definitely like nerfed her. Hey, Afra. Yeah, yeah. Are You Afraid of the Dark had like clowns. It had the most famous clown, the cigarette smoking one. And I guess you can call the jester one of those. Oh, I guess I need to play Multiverses before it goes down. Oh, look, a plane crashed in Arizona. Okay, an important reminder. Let's see, I'm looking at the article. Small private planes crash all the time. The Philly crash, the Atlanta crash. There are thousands of crane crashes. This is no, okay. Okay, so it was a private plane, not a big one. Uh, duh, duh, duh. There's a plane crash in Atlanta. The other, Toronto. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Where is it? Where the hell is it? Okay, here we go. Okay, this was fun. I've been getting into like more of the like artistic brushes, and I added just a little bit of fuzz on the side of the legs, everywhere really. That was her skin, to make it look a little bit more Muppety. Let's see. I'll put the haunted mask up. What goes here? I guess all the tokens or whatever. Can I close this box? Yes, you can. I would love to commission you again. Funny enough, would ask for another Muppet. I would very much enjoy that. I need to take a couple commissions. I probably need to open up soon. But I also need to finish up on one other one for Condor, or was it Kevlar? I forget. I need to check DA. One of you guys slipped through the cracks during the whole thing, during Christmas and funerals and all that stuff. I know that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So this, I think you're supposed to put all the tokens up here, and then pick them out, and then the books go here. Yeah. Okay. When you're putting it up. The Chuck E. Cheese Skunk Girl. Okay, thank you. Thank you. If you also want to hit me up on Blue Skies, I barely ever touch Twitter anymore. I'm just kind of leaving it alone. But yeah, I will. Oh no, wait, it was on DA, right? Okay, DA is fine. The only problem with DA is like it's riddled with AI now. Which is so weird. I finally figured out how they're doing it. Some of them have stolen a bunch of your character here models. So they're literally like using the your character here images as the basis for other characters or other things that and then they just slap on the heads of different characters on them. Oh yeah, I have a Blue Sky account. It's our blue. Wait, no, is it our blue boy? It's not our blue boy. Is it the same one as my Twitter profile? No, it's just Chad Rocco at Blue Sky. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. Coming off of. I need little small baggies, little small plastic baggies to keep all the little figures in. Oh, I think I still have them. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch from. No, I did not. I don't have any. Maybe Grandma's. We got baggies for her little, funeral to hand out birdseed. Maybe we'll find some more of them. Yes, please resend them through Blue Skies. I check Blue Skies way more. Yeah, and I thank you for that. And I thank you for your patience, Condor. And Afra, if you want to hit me up, then you hit me up. That would help. I'm gonna try and buy a new. I'm gonna try and buy that graphics card. I think that'll help me. That way I don't have to buy a whole new computer system. I'll just buy a $200 graphic card. Thank you, Condor. I will look into that and get started right away. I'm okay with only kids being able to make imaginary friends and fosters. It feels safer. Okay, Clark. Oh, you saw the thumbnail from last time. Oh, don't Clark. You don't need to erase it. Yeah, the friend of mine was almost scammed by someone claiming to want to do art for their fanfics. Oh. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for this one. Like I said, this one turned out really super nice. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. One thing about David's image right there, her chin isn't pronounced enough. She does have a very pronounced chin, and which I sort of managed to like blend the best of both worlds there. But anyway, yeah. I gave her skirt. I gave her maybe the top. You can't see it behind the guitar. The guitar is an amalgam of all sorts of different guitars that she's had. I was debating whether or not to do the hat, but then I really, really liked her without any sort of hat. She had a even at the bottom, she doesn't have a hat on. Maybe I should. No. I'm thinking about blue jeans now. I like her sort of like mid-90s outfit, the one with the blue jeans at the bottom. But I think the top and the skirt are more iconic for her. Anyway, I'm gonna go and take care of a few other things. Thank you all for joining me for this one. I'll have another Artcast maybe tomorrow, featuring the Naruto thing I did with the beach ball, and that was an interesting one. But it was also a very good experiment in topology and character proportions, in a weird way. I will upload it after, before tonight. Anyway, thank you all very much for joining me, and I will check you out later. Everyone have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.